Okay, so for this Mobility Monday, I want to talk about the hinge. So the forward facing, the forward fold, whatever you want to call it. Um, the main thing I want to point out is it's a thing that we do when we squat. It's a thing that we do when we're in chair pose. Um, it's a natural movement, but if you're anything like I was, I never really thought about how I would fold forward, right? So some people, when they do a forward fold, it'll look like this, where they're like, I can't even touch my toes. What they're actually folding at is the ribs right here. But with a forward fold, when somebody says touch your toes, they usually mean down here. So I don't know if you see this shift, right? Whenever you hinge forward, right? Your butt should be coming behind you, right? So it gets your balance a little bit different so that you can actually go down, right? It's the same with a hinge. It's the same with a forward fold, right? We're not actually folding on the back. It's not a spinal flexion. It's a hinge at the hips. So when you're hinging, you want to make sure that your feet are both pointed, your toes pointed straight ahead, right? Try to find that 3-point in your arch, right? On your feet. That's the baby toe, the big toe, and then the ball, the heel of your foot, right? So that's your tripods on your feet. So hinging at the hips. So when you take a hinge, a lot of times, like for example, how I probably became overpronated and got flat feet, right? We would just fold like this, right? Which that's not completely wrong, but if you see, like, all of my weight is going into my big toe. I'm not keeping my weight evenly distributed between the 3 points on each foot. So when I would do things like squat, I would go a lot like that. I would lean too far forward because I had no idea that you're supposed to take the hips and shoot them backward to counterbalance, right? It feels like such a natural movement that I just didn't pick up on when I was a kid, and nobody corrected me since. It's okay to learn new things when you're 38 years old, or however old I was when I learned that my hinge was inaccurate. Uh, but regardless of where you are in your personal practice, just taking a look and being okay with it potentially being wrong, right? There's no egos here. Nobody cares about the ego here. I don't care if you can touch your toes. I don't care if you can get your elbows all the way to the ground. I care that you are making improvements with your body. I care that people learn to be okay with themselves and then actively try to get to the point that they want to be, right? It's not about fixing us. It's about being the person that we enjoy. It's about being the person we want to be, right? We already are that person. That's why the desire is there. It just takes steps to get the habits to match. Your hinge is no different. So, one more time. If you are folding from up here, that's rib flexion. We don't care as much about rib flexion. Nobody cares if you can fold at the waist. So, to check if you are doing the right thing, your feet are hips distance from the ground, or apart on the ground. You've got all of your points on your feet. I will often raise and then lower my toes just to kind of reseat myself. Inhale, expand the chest, expand the ribs. Exhale, fold forward, bringing those hips back behind your knees, back. If you'd like to go all the way down, feel free to do so. If you choose to go all the way down, let your arms hang a little bit. Grab your elbows. Sometimes I'll even grab my neck just to kind of get a little more decompression in the neck. All right, well, my video cut out because I stopped it. So, but I realized how awkward my outro was. So here's more awkward for the outro. I just wanted to keep it short so that it wasn't 10 minutes like my last one was.